Oh man, you wanna make your line art look like this? Oh, come on now, don't just stand there. Let's get out of the intro portion of the video. Let's go. All right, know what you're drawing. How are you gonna draw something if you don't know what it looks like? I know you think it'd be really cool if you knew how to draw everything from imagination. But as we all know, it's so hard. And that's because whenever we see those people drawing from imagination, you know, those experts and tryhards, it's not because they're just naturally better than you. They just built up their mental library to be something wicked awesome. They draw stuff all the time, and over time, it gets easier to do because it's like muscle memory to them. And then it makes their work look so effortless. So take a page out of their book and study and observe what you're going to draw. And then that should help your brain finish the rest when drawing. It picks up the slack. You don't have to imagine too much if your brain already knows pretty much everything about it, right? It's like how you could draw a smiley face so well because it's just a simple 2 dots in a line. All right, so we got our sketch here, and let's begin the line up. Wait! I get that you really want to get into the line art for your drawing. What is that sketch? First step you did wrong. Your sketch is too messy. Man, that scared me. Well, hey, the sketch is supposed to be an unrefined version of what you're drawing so you can draw over it better, right? But make sure it's not too messy or else the scratchy lines will be unreliable when you try to draw over them. And when you have incorrect line weights and line placements in the actual line art, it makes it all... it's weird. It confuses you. The reason the sketch looks better is because those thick, scratchy lines, your mind fills in the gaps of like what it's supposed to look like. It looks awful because of the unreliable sketch. So make sure you have your sketches be refined, okay? And if you're an art noob and need to draw the base form first, that's okay. You know, like the little boxes as the chest and head and whatever. Just make an extra sketch layer so you have the form be the first layer, the second layer be the refined sketch, and then you can have the final layer be the line art. Ah, that pristine layer. I love line art, man. Time to move on to the stuff we all know and talk specifics. Line weights. Oh, beautiful. I'm sure most of you are familiar, but let's educate the noobs out there. Line weights are how wide you make your lines in order to represent varieties of size, weight, or shadow. So when you move away from the sketch and onto the line art, you basically just find out where the lightest and darkest parts of the subject is. So let's say the light is coming from the top left of my character Topin here, and you keep that in mind with the line weights. So when I'm drawing the line art, notice how I'm making the areas where the light would have a harder time reaching thicker. And that basically tricks your brain into thinking it's in shadow. And also, it's an easier way to make your art pop out without having to do actual shadows, right? And just like that, we have a beautiful drawing of one of my favorite characters in my comic. Looking pretty cool, dude. Now remember, this technique is optional. It's important to keep in mind, but in anime art, it's really only prevalent in the most darkest regions, like under the neck, armpits, or legs. Alright, so these last 2 tips are a major help. When I want to make my lines look so tasty, you can just reach out and take a bite. Oh!
What?
I'm sorry, I'm tweaking out. I should not be that excited. I'm talking smooth line connections, okay? First is a basic one. Let's go to the first part. Tell me which one looks better. This line, or this one right here. I'll give you the answer. It's the bottom one. The top one is barely connected, dude. Like, you can see where the line is ending, and it connects to the other line all awkward like. Now look at the bottom one. Oh, beautiful. It has a smoother consistency with the line connections because, well, its line weight's just more consistent. So it connects better and doesn't confuse the brain. Okay, so second part is another addition of the line weights. Remember how I said to make the darker areas more thick to trick your brain into seeing shadow? Well, another thing to add on to that is connecting the lines more seamlessly by rounding them out. So for example, let's use my light elf character, who is pretty annoying in the comic. I guess you'll see when it comes out. And keep the technique in mind when drawing the character. And man, doesn't that look so good? This tip is probably the most helpful one as I do use it for pretty much every drawing that I do. Making the line connections and sharp corners more rounded make for a more satisfying piece to look at. Now again, this is optional. Just keep it in mind when working with different art styles. Trust me, it helps a lot when you want to bend the rules. So helpful. Now on to chapter 5. Oh man, I'm pretty chilled out right now. Let me try drawing something real quick. Yeah. What the? Oh! How'd I do that, bro? Oh, it's so gorgeous. So do you ever have those moments where you really want to draw something neat, but no matter how hard you try, you just can't draw anything good? And then those times where you barely do try, you end up constructing the most masterfully crafted artwork of all time? Like I just did with, the Mona Lisa right there. And you think to yourself, how? I'll tell you how. Relaxation and confidence. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and remember that art is fun at the end of the day. You see, not being confident in your lines can often result in what we in the business like to call chicken scratch. And man, oh man, unless that's your art style, you're toast. You're toast. It's just unpleasant to look at. So chill out, take these tips into consideration, try to learn as much as you can about what you're observing, and just have fun, man. And if you ever think that this art stuff is too hard, and you feel like giving up, remember, you clicked on this video for a reason. To get out of your comfort zone and try something that's hard. And that is pretty cool to me. So stay cool, man. Alright, my voice is getting dry. I've been recording for 16 minutes of just yapping, yelling. Oh! Well, anyway, that's the video. Love you all. Hey! If I gave you something you wanted or needed, please support my journey on YouTube by liking this video. And if you want to stick around and see how wacky the future of this channel is, please don't be a stranger and subscribe.